For you, Capricorn, October is the month when the world at large becomes less confusing and more friendly, which doesn't mean that it gets easy. It's also a good time to take a look at what's going on at home and what you wish for yourself there in a couple of years. It's the month to give a fresh boost to your career or make some official announcements that are related to what you do in your official role. It's also a wonderful, fantastic month even to socialize, network, and just be active and maybe even passionate in your community. And there's also an intellectual twist to it, to which we will get in the second half of the forecast. So let's begin. I'm Nadia, the astrologer for people who do not necessarily believe in astrology but love hearing their horoscopes, and this is your forecast for October 2025. We start with Mercury, that's in Libra in the first days of the month. Libra rules everything you do in your most official role, as well as your relationships with the officials. More often than not, it's just your career or business. Mercury here will be super helpful in crossing things off your executive to-do list. Good for signing anything as well, for making official announcements or finding the right words to communicate something, but again, in your official role. Or you may be getting information from your superiors or from the officials, also an option. I will talk about what Mercury does next at the end of the forecast. And now let's take a look at the full moon in Aries that's happening on the 7th of October in your astrological area of home, family, and roots. Full moons illuminate. And this may just show you how you're doing in terms of, housing, home life, relationships with your family, which includes parents or other older relatives. Now, it may be just that. On the days surrounding the 7th, you pay your home more attention, maybe spend a bit more time there, spend more quality time with your loved ones, and that's it. But there's also a more interesting option on the table. So Saturn, an annoyingly demanding planet that always wants what's best for you, is going to spend the next 2 to 3 years in Aries. It's been here this summer, has retrograded back into Pisces, and will re-enter Aries for good in February. So come February, Saturn will start demanding that you take on a labor-intensive, time-consuming, age-appropriate project that deals with where and how you live and what your home and family life is like. So there's guaranteed some work to be done here. Not yet, but in 2026 for sure. And so another possible thing that the full moon in Aries on the 7th of October may show you is just where you would like to improve your home and family situation. So be receptive to signs that you're not 100% happy with something. It doesn't mean that you are ungrateful. It means that you have bigger plans. Remember, these forecasts are for whole groups of people. They may be great for taking a quick sense of the mood, but often what matters more is how transits are interacting with your personal chart and what your progressions are doing, which are basically your unique roadmap of development. That's what I look at in private readings, and you can book one through the link above or in description. Back to your forecast. Now to Venus. It spends the first 14 days of October in Virgo, which is a fellow earth sign, very friendly to you. So this Venus will be easy to work with. For you, in Virgo, it will be mostly interested in activities that expand your horizons. It's higher learning, culture, travel, all things exotic and international, philosophy, but also media and publishing. If your work is in any way connected to these fields, Venus will be helping you do it with pleasure and good vibes, or just look good while you are doing your job. Alternatively, she may also be a helpful female who is an academic, a foreigner, a representative of some cultural or media institution. If professionally you have absolutely nothing to do with expanding horizons, she may also create an urge in you to learn about something beautiful, artful, or luxurious. On the 14th, she is leaving Virgo and entering Libra. Libra, as I said, talking about Mercury, that spends the first days of October here, rules your career, reputation, and social standing, and all things official. Venus here will make you more attractive in your official role, so you are well advised to use this help and improve your official image. Polish your LinkedIn profile, hire a photographer to take professional pictures of you if you think you may benefit from having them someday. Dress well for work. Try being more diplomatic and quid pro quo as a boss. In general, this is the time to try to make people like who you are as a professional, to add a few points to your reputation. Another date that may be important for your career is the 21st of October. This is when the new moon happens in Libra, so again, the career sector of your horoscope. New moons and a couple of days after the new moon are a great time for decision making and for starting something new. In your case, this new moon will have something to do with what you do in your most official role or with your reputation and status in general. This new moon is aspected by the lucky Jupiter in Cancer, so in your area of one-on-one relationships, which means that a new career beginning may have even more cosmic support this year if another person inspired or even made you think about it. It could be a benevolent partner, like a business partner, or an enemy that is doing so well that you just have to start being more successful than them. It may also be a supportive person who is cheering you on as you contemplate something ambitious. Another celestial body that aspects this new moon is the asteroid Chiron in your area of home and family. So yes, some home or family related circumstances may also motivate you to think bigger in terms of career, but since it's only an asteroid, its influence is less dramatic. You may even just not notice it at all. Other than at the new moon, Jupiter in Cancer and Chiron in Aries form a hard aspect with each other for most of October. So yes, it may be nothing for most Capricorn people, but if this aspect hits you, it will be a conflict between something good or successful or just plain optimistic in some of your relationships and something painful or uncomfortable at home or in your family history. Could be that in your original family, some form of suffering was deemed normal or even a badge of honor, but in your partner's world, it is not. And now you have to decide which world you'd like to belong to. Another potentially important event is that on the 22nd, Neptune, the planet of dreams, mysticism, and all things transcendental, is retrograding back into Pisces after having spent half a year in Aries. It's a part of a bigger story that I describe in more detail here, but pertaining to October and Neptune specifically, after having moved back into Pisces, it will add poetry to your thinking and talking. But since Neptune is such a foggy, nebulous planet, it may, for a while, for 3.5 months, take away some of the clarity that was only just returning to your brain. Best advice here is enjoy the poetry and try to not get too confused. If you have an idea you love, put some effort into expressing it in a way that could engage people. Use the help of critics. An editor would be nice. Or test your ideas on real audience, correct them, test again. Finally, we're almost at the end of the forecast and I can speak about what Mercury is doing after it leaves Libra for Scorpio on the 6th of October. It will not be alone in Scorpio. Mars entered this powerful, very Mars-friendly sign on the 22nd of September and will spend all of October here. In your life, Scorpio rules your social connections, your tribe, your audience, as well as the ideas you have about the future that is possible for you. So Mars and Mercury together will work overtime to make sure you are active in building connections, in networking, taking interest in group activities, or maybe even organizing them yourself. But also to help you think about future in a more experimental way. Imagine an alternative future for yourself and how to get there. And then maybe Another one. A rule of thumb is that you are more likely to get to the future you want for yourself if your community consists of people who either have reached it already or are moving towards it. So yes, be active socially and also be active with your own imagination. Talk to others about the future. What's even better than these two planets energizing your social life is that in the final 10-ish days of the month, they will also be forming aspects with Jupiter in Cancer, Saturn in Pisces, and Neptune that will also by that time be in Pisces. This is a lot of astrological support, and in real life it may manifest as you being active socially, bringing you together with wonderful people who open up doors for you, or this exchange of ideas leading to the development of new, even better ideas. Basically, the final 10 days of the month are best spent talking to people about things that you find important enough, collaborating, working on ideas together, or maybe making it possible for other people to work on some other ideas together. So be more of a facilitator. Exciting, right? So career opportunities, networking, an influx of ideas, maybe some insights about what you want your home life to be. I wish you to make the most of it and see you in the next videos, Capricorn.